What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the 90s anime nerd, and I am back with another video. It has been a minute, like a minute, since I uploaded anything, and thought I'd come back with some advice, man. I am uploading the Bardock video. I'll probably right after this one and talk about that. But I've been enjoying my peace. Obviously, you could tell I just woke up. I was training yesterday. I was running all fucking day just to get my cardio up. But yeah, and now I'm fucking feeling it. Guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I turned 30 last month, and I used to dread 30 as like a kid. I used to think like that's old, man. That's old as hell. And I was like, oh man, when I get to 30, that's it. Whatever. And now that I'm 30, I have so much knowledge from 10 years of trial and error, you know? And I used to watch videos kind of talking about advice I would give my younger self or shit like that. And I thought I should do that because now that I've, lived for 3 decades now, the shit that I've learned over the time and kind of give advice to people because I don't know my demographic of people. It seems like there's people in their 20s into in their 30s. Hence why I think it's because the 90s anime. Only people that have been in the 90s can relate to some of these, and then people that love art and good animes also subscribe to the channel. So yeah, man. I only thing I could really not say only thing. There's a magnitude of different things that I could say for people that is in their 20s to even coming close to their 20s. Even I'll start with 18 because at that point you're out of high school and something's going to happen to you. Now, if you do have good solid friends uh, in high school or whatever, they're probably going to end up leaving you, bro. And this is for whoever, male or female. Now, those high school friends that you have, they're probably just high school friends. And either 2 years to 3 years after high school, that could be it. And I had a bunch of friends in high school, and then the moment, like probably the after year one of being an adult and in the free world, we all drifted apart. And we did hang out a lot, but we just drifted apart, and that's just how it is. Truthfully, they're doing their own thing. I'm doing my own thing. And for a while, it did hurt. But then again, you kind of realize, like, well, if it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. So, yeah. Uh, in your 20s, there's a lot of things going to happen. It's going to be jobs. Jobs, man, I have worked so many jobs just to find my place in life. But I'm gonna go to that in a minute because these jobs don't make you who you are. You're separate from your job, and you should separate you and from your job to whatever it is, and don't fully commit to those certain things. Like I said, it's good to have a good work ethic, but also toggle between 50-50 of a personal life and then also work life. It can be hard in the beginning, but it is doable. And don't settle for less. There's a lot of people that settle less, and that's coming with work situations or even relationships or friendships. I don't think a person should ever settle for less or even be considered less to settle with. Like for the fact of like, there's going to be friends out there or relationships that don't see you as a counterpart or don't see you as an equal or whatever, and you're probably just going to end up being pretty much like the duff. If you don't know what the duff is, it's just the dumb ugly fat friend. And or if you're not fat, or just that friend that pretty much they call you a friend, but they talk shit behind your back. That is a common thing a lot of people do. I do not like talking shit. I do believe what is right and wrong, but that's between like me and that person to talk that shit out. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers I had on my side that I believe that was like my homeboys. And I don't talk to them no more. And this is as of recently, you know, because I still had to figure this shit out. A lot of motherfuckers that I grew up and trained with, had good, strong relationships, called them brother or whatever and shit. You find out, like, and stayed in my house, you know, like, and all that shit was really low key just my enemy and just to see what the fuck I was doing. So you should never, and once those kind of, you start to feel that out, because you will feel it, man. You will feel like, why are you so distant? And people that become distant all of a sudden, they're talking about you, or they've done something to you and they don't want to apologize, or they don't know if you know that they did that shit. So that's a whole fucking thing within itself. And you shouldn't have to settle with that, man. You shouldn't have to settle with that at all. And it's easy. It's easy now, but it's hard to kind of break ties with people that are very negative in your life. So it might suck. You might get bored, but getting rid of negative people is probably the best thing. And toxic people too, man. It's toxic people only want other people miserable with them. Relationships, don't get into a relationship. And I can speak like this too because I've been in a situation. Don't get into a relationship with a person that just wants to dominate you and take over all your shit. I was in a relationship with a female that was older than me, way older than I was at the time. And she felt like she could just control, manipulate, and do anything that she wanted with me. And clearly and told me that she was able to do this shit. And, you know, you're powerless at this point because of the fact of, well, shit, I can't really do much. It's her word over mine. You gotta get away from that type of shit because you could end up stuck in a situation and cannot return to sender or any of that shit that you want to do in your life, man. And if you want to break free from those chains, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and just move the fuck on, man. Relationships are a dime and a dozen, bro. There's a plenty of people out here that you can date. There's many of people that are good people, good honest hearts, good souls they have a drive to them. And one other thing, sidetrack, don't date people that have no fucking motive, no dedication to nothing, and just want to be a do nothing person and then just use you. Like, because there's a lot of that too, bro. Like, you gotta, within yourself in your early age, or if you're smart enough to realize this, there are people that use people just to live a life. And that's the reality of life. And that comes from men to women. They're called leeches. And leeches are the worst type of people. And there's friends that are leeches too. They ain't got shit to offer, but they're going to keep taking from you. So keep them out of your life. Because I bet you'll have a whole better life not dealing with people like that. Because it's better to have people that want to put just as much into you as you put into them. Like, make sure that you just have the right people on your team, bro. Because it makes life a whole lot better. Lord, man. Hold on. I gotta take a coffee break. This video is not sponsored by Death Wish Medium Roast. This shit's good, man. Just got a freaking French press. Yeah, I got it from the it's all dented and shit. I got it from Goodwill. Yeah, man. I go to Goodwill to kind of look for like action, like figures and comics and shit to kind of, because you'll never find good shit like in a good retail store. It's usually hidden gems that you gotta find shit. I'll probably do a tour of my shit, but right here is where I'm gonna start my Goku collection, and then up here is my Dragon Ball Z. You can't see all of them. There's a lot, but you can just see the big figures right now. And then those are my rare comics that I got up there. And then I got my, right here, my Demon Slayer type shit. And then up top is my cereal boxes. And then all my damn anime DVDs on the top drawer. But, where was I at? Oh, yeah, next up. Do what the fuck you want to do. Look, at this point in your life now, you're 20-something years old. You're a fucking adult. No one is going to help you, man. And you shouldn't kind of have that in the back of your head, like, oh, I could just run off to my mom, run off to my dad, or any of that shit. At a certain point, you're gonna have to figure this shit out on your own. No one is coming to fucking save you, man. So at this point now, you gotta start doing what you love to do, because it's easier to manage that than something that you're not able to do, or what you don't want to do, or shit like that. And one thing that I hated about myself, past tense hated, was the fact of I was always doing shit for other people. I was never really focusing on projects that I wanted to do. When it came to YouTube or life goals or anything else, it was never anything that I wanted to do, or kind of my passion or shit like that. My passion back then, and still is fighting, boxing, and anime. And that's my simplicity life. I love collecting action figures, I love boxing, and also I like cybersecurity because I'm a fucking nerd. Proud to fucking say it. I'm a nerd. So that's my job, my career now, which thank God, and I'm blessed to fucking say I have a career that I can work from and pays really well, that I'm able to take care of my wife, and then we're about to start a family. So good shit like that. But do the shit that you want to do. My regret was not going to college the moment I got out of school. But then again, I probably would have never wanted to do it anyway. I had to start college late, but I'm glad it's late than never. I had started college at the age of 28, then graduated, and then I got on my cybersecurity certificates and stuff like that. So that's the type of thing that you want to like focus on. Focus on yourself. Focus on the things that you want to do. Because some people are still going to be there if they care about you. Don't cut them off, but you have time to focus. And if they're really with you and the people around you are with you and love you, then there would be no problem with you trying to achieve what you want to do. And your dreams and your passions, go forward in them. You're young. You can do these types of things at this point. Right now, I didn't have the push and the motivation from people to go and attack the goal that I wanted. I wanted to become a professional boxer. Now that I'm at the age of 30, I'm going to go retackle that goal. And I think 30 is not old at all, in my opinion. And I'm going to put 10 years into that. And then after that, it'll be the next thing I want to do. I paced myself 10 years just to go down that route. You never know. And one thing I hold to my heart, and I truly believe, is you'll realize how your life has been is when you're on your deathbed. And then you can sit there before you go, and you can sit there and say, did I do everything I wanted to do until this point up? You know, I'm here, I'm dying, man. And everybody's around you. And they're looking at you, and they're talking about memories. They're talking about a lot of things. Is all those people that are around you in your last moments are going to say good things or think positive things about you? Or they're going to say, man, you did an awesome job, man. You're a legend out here, man. You can have that. If that's not your goal to, and you just want to be, just a person that has been good people to other people, that's an honor in itself, man. So it's not a lot of good people out here. A lot of people for themselves, So that's one thing to also I think about is, am I going to leave a good legacy behind when I go? I want my kids to know that I was a good person. I tried. I did everything I could. They see their father trying their best. I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not a fucking person that's like trying to take shit from people or nothing. I never fucking had to steal nothing in my fucking life, and I don't ever plan to. And I had to work hard for a lot of shit that I worked for, and I'm proud of that because that shows hard work and dedication to anything. And hold that to yourselves, man. Have a moral code, and have a moral code in your 20s. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there that I'm gonna be a little vulgar about this, but they hop from like pussy hopping, bro. You hopping from chick to chick, or you hopping from guy to guy, whatever your preference is. It's just you're gonna hurt people in the process of doing that. It's not cool, because then they're gonna build a rapport with people. I live in a small town, motherfucker, so we kind of all know each other, man. It's not hard to ask a person a name and then they'll know who the fuck you are. Make sure you find the person that you want to get married to. Date. Date, 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 date. Dating is just that. Dating is just that. That means you're not in a relationship. Dating is just figuring this person out. There's a lot of people that hide their true intentions for the first couple dates until they really start showing their ass. And when they start showing your ass, it's with you as an adult to either stay in that or get the fuck out of it. It's on your fault if you decide to stay because you think no one else is going to go after you. And I'm telling you, that's not the case. There is somebody for you out there, but you have to go and look for them or wait. Most time, God or whoever you believe in, the universe or whatever, is waiting for that person to give you that person. Waiting for you to get that person if the time is right. But if you rush in everything, you're going to be stuck, man. Hell no. It's okay to fail. It is okay to fail. It is okay to feel like you're failing. Because if you don't fail and if you don't feel that type of urgency to do better, then you're not improving. I had a business, right? And I had two businesses technically. The one didn't really fully go all the way through because of bad business partners, and then the second one did great in my opinion. I fucking made it a whole year and a half. This business, man, and that's pretty good in my opinion because not a lot of businesses make it. And it was a cleaning business, and I had good clients. I was doing really good customer retention. Making cold calls and doing a lot of things. What happened, there's a saying that if you work hard enough, your work runs you. And that's what pretty much, I got burnt the fuck out. I got burnt out so bad because it's hard to find good quality people that actually want to freaking work. And then people think that they deserve more than what it's just like I said, everything has a science to it. In business, I don't have to cheat nobody. I don't have to do none of that shit to do so. And to have a good business, I only try to work off a good work ethics and everything like that. But, there's people out there, they just be like, oh, I think I deserve more. And you're only doing like a few jobs here and there. And towards the end of my my business, I was having a thing about like six or seven, I forgot, because it was on and off. It's the cleaning business. You get some of those customers back, or they just only want it for one time. But I had like 6 venues I was cleaning, so, and mostly were churches and then other shit like that. And I was loving it, but it sucks ass when you're the only one. And then you have I had my wife helping me out too, but it's like you're the only ones like doing all of this work. And then I was having people come in and help me. They didn't even look like they wouldn't even be there, and then they were half-assing shit. And that's the other thing about a business. You gotta like have good people and people that have that have good work ethics, that don't just have one job a year or shit like that to work for your business. And I gave up my business, man, and sold that motherfucker. But just because I was just over it, man. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and do this easy shit, which I knew was easy. Cybersecurity to me is easy now. So I do that now. I work from home and then go to where they need me. But to take from all of this, make sure you just treat yourself right. Make sure that you don't settle for anything, no bullshit. Don't take no bullshit from nobody. And love yourself. And that's the key number one thing, man. In my 20s, man, I went through so much in such a short amount of time. 10 years is a short amount of time once you get to a certain age. Because you realize these months go by so quick. It's because you're working, you're doing things, your life, challenging goals, and it just saps out so much time out of you. And you forget who you are as a person, and then you just start to become someone else. And you shouldn't do that. And you should never feel like you have to become someone else. And loving yourself is knowing who you are and accepting it and then rolling with it. And maybe you might not be the best person, but you could always fix that. You don't have to pretend to be a nice guy if you're not a nice person, but you could be more patient with people. You know, show some love sometime to some people, man. It's not hard to call people and say, hey, man, I love you, or, you know, I love it. Just like it, just to show some love to people or be something. Not everything's a competition, you know, and you start treating life like it's a competition or shit like that, or you trying to compare yourself to other people, you'll end up always last. And one thing of like my grandfather has taught me is you shouldn't even compare yourself to nobody else because you have your own life to live. And once you start like comparing yourself to other people, and once you stop comparing yourself to people, life just works out for itself. You don't care about what other people are doing. I don't give a fuck what other people do. I hope they're doing good. I hope they're striving to be the best person that they be. But I know in my heart what I gotta do. You know, I know what I gotta do to get done. And I gotta focus on that person. I gotta take care of my wife. I gotta take care of my little kitten. I gotta take care of my future kids, you know? And that's all that matters. And then all the people that are around that love me, you know, my homeboys to, you know, my family and to her family. We're all there, you know, they'll be there. But love yourself, man, because you can't really love nobody if you don't love yourself. You can't give yourself to someone if you don't know yourself. You can't do all of the great things that you want to give somebody if deep down you're pissed off, you have this hate in your heart, and you just don't know why. It's because you gotta let some of that shit go, man. A lot of shit that happened to us as kids, or shit that things, it is good to talk it out. I was always pushed towards get a therapist, get a therapist. I got a therapist, and then my life started changing. I started talking about things. I talked to my wife. It was hard for me to even talk to my wife about things that has happened to me as a kid. And I melted, you know, explaining these things, explaining the pain that I had to go through. I was homeless. And one thing, when I was 23 or 22, I was homeless for 3 fucking months in the fucking cold, man. In the fucking cold. I was sleeping in my fucking car. You know, like, and to get out of that fucking predicament, I worked at a local hospital as a chef. I worked and grind my fucking ass off to get out of there into an apartment. Then I got a better job, and then I started doing that. I came back home from my parents for a little bit, and then I went off and did my own fucking thing. When I was in that car for those fucking 3 months, the second month I was already ready to fucking do something. But I didn't want to do that. I pushed myself to fucking go for it. I didn't tell no one I was homeless because my fucking pride got in the fucking way of doing that. Leave your fucking pride at home. This is life. It is life, man. It's a lot of things out there, but it's not hard as people claim to be. We make it hard for ourselves. It's easy to change the predicaments that you're in. And the thing that I'm about to go do, now this is my new chapter in life, my 30s. I'm going to go back to be boxing. I'm going to have a family. I'm going to proceed in my career. And I'm going to see what happens when I hit 40. I'm going to go back to this video. Hopefully YouTube is still around this time. And I'm going to go back to this video and I'm going to make what I did in my 40s. And hopefully if I'm not doing anything in boxing related and y'all haven't seen me do this incredible shit in boxing, whatever, then I tried. But no one can take that from me. No one can take the fact that I tried. And that's all that fucking matters. A lot of people don't realize trying is better than doing nothing, man. That being said, though, I hope you guys have a good one. I hope this video wasn't too long. It's probably the longest video I've kind of done in a while. Had a lot to say, man. For these past months, I haven't been on this channel. But I hope everybody is doing good. I hope everybody's still striving. Be the best that you can be. And I'll see you in the next video. Bardock versus the Vulture Mics is coming out soon. Peace.